Mr. Mukesh Aggarwal, the General Secretary, Federation of Cold Storage Association of India. He is an economics graduate and a serial entrepreneur with over 3 decades of experience setting up and managing multiple business verticals. Mr. Mukesh has a flair for challenging assignments and creating business strategy. He is a member of CII Cold Chain Task Force. He is also a member of the Young Rural Industries Association, besides being a founding member of Refrigerated Transport Owners Associations and many more. Today, Mr. Mukesh will talk about good cooling systems in cold storage and energy efficient condensers. So delegates, let's welcome Mr. Mukesh.
Thank you, Rajeshwari. As far as good cooling systems, I think there are a lot of professionals and consultants and engineers who can actually design and run and operate. I will talk about the good cooling system from the perspective of a consumer. So we operate the largest frozen cold storage in Delhi, and we retrofitted it from the potato cold storage that we were operating for last 40 years with our family. And the challenges we faced firstly were the energy efficiency. Secondly, the space constraint that we have in metro cities and the amount of space they require and the value of space that they occupy is huge. It's almost like 50% of the plant cost goes towards the machinery plant area. So in metro cities, there is a challenge of making economics to the cold storage. And then we finally settled for an R404 freon operated system, which was a little bit higher on the energy side, but it gave us a lot of leeway in terms of efficiency, in terms of space saving, in terms of being able to put it on the rooftop and thereby using the gravity cooling with the least length of piping attached to it. I think the parameters of a good cooling system today are the system which is highly energy efficient, because the energy cost is going through the roof. Every year, the dollar increases by 8%, but the energy cost increases by 15%. So that's the correlation that I have been able to see for last 1 decade in the energy cost, that it is going on annualized CAGR growth of 15% year on year. Governments say that they have not increased the electricity prices, but if you see the additional amount of charges that they put in and the diesel backup and the alternately in Delhi now you have to have CNG generator instead of a diesel, the amount of capex that goes with it. So the good cooling system is something which can give you the least amount of energy consumption for all the temperature zones, whether it is -18 at frozen, whether it is +2 at chilled, or whether it is for pharma +15. And even dry these days require at least 30-degree temperature, because the dry temperature in India is increasing. The median of increase is almost 1% or 2% in a decade. So when we started the retrofitting of our frozen cold storage approximately a decade back in 2007, 1.5 decade back, the highest temperature that used to go was 43, 44 in Delhi, and it used to be there only for, let us say, at the max 1 week. Last year, the average temperature, highest temperature was 48, 49, and that sustained for pretty long period. More than 2-3 weeks it sustained. So in the changed environmental scenarios, the parameter of a good cooling system is that you should be able to meet the highest demand and the regular demand with the linear energy efficiency. Like you were just mentioning that VFDs can control a lot, but VFDs on a freon systems are very hard to find, where they work better on ammonia system. So my request to this August group is, let us sit with the industry and see how the things have changed, how the requirements have changed. This industry is not what it used to be 40-50 years back. Today, it is the backbone of every food supply chain. Today, we store 100 times more capacity. Today, we have 9,000 plus cold storage in India with an average capacity of 5,000, 6,000 metric tons. This was less than 1,000 with an average capacity of 2,000, 3,000 metric tons. So the quantum has increased many folds, and I am sure so will the supply of professional minds and absolutely new technologies. Right now, most of the technologies are Western countries based, and it is being adopted into India. What we need is a refrigeration system designed according to the temperature zones and environmental conditions in India. And that is where my request comes for an efficient cooling system, that please redesign the whole thing according to our environment, the geography that we live in. We have gone through this motion for last 50, 60, 70 years of having a refrigeration system imported and fitted into the Indian system. That's what we need to overcome. I think that will be all. Thank you from my side.